Hey everybody, this is Dominic DeAngelo of OneTrueSport.com, and I'm here with Gunther. He's challenging Damian Priest this weekend at SummerSlam weekend for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Gunther, how you feeling going into this? And how do the stakes feel? It's like you really established yourself on the main roster as this dominant kind of force, and the hard-hitting style is something very impressive that a lot of people aren't used to seeing in WWE lately.
Yeah, I feel good, very focused. Yeah, biggest opportunity of my life, I would say, of my career. Um, yeah, I'm excited but focused.
So the neat thing is we're seeing this kind of new hard-hitting style come into play. You've been a big proponent of it. Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, a lot of the list goes on with that. How's it kind of feel to make that adjustment, or going into that and kind of establishing this kind of new kind of feel and intense look to everything like that? Has that kind of been rewarding, and how have your peers adjusted to it?
Um, I would say there is a little bit, but it's like more the European style that was, because, for example, Ilya came up roughly in the same time as I did, and Kaiser and I came up together, obviously. So, and on the Indies during the time, it was a very popular style as well. So I guess it's just natural that over time that flows over when more and more people sign a contract.
Yeah, it's kind of neat to see that influx coming in because it's a fresh new take for a lot of like American watching fans that strictly watch the WWE and everything like that. What I also wanted to ask you is, it's been neat, the vignettes that you've been doing, like the empty arena promos and certain things like that, and your look, very like, I compared it to like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the late 90s kind of vibe. What has been kind of like, how creative input have you had into that kind of aspect of it all?
Well, I always try to give my opinion, obviously, but most of that's up to them. But like, there's a great team behind it, and that is very creative, and it seems to have a lot of more room to try stuff out, and yeah, it's fun to be part of that.
What Getting to speak in front of the microphone and kind of have those more opportunities to do that. What's kind of been in some? Have you taken inspiration from anybody, or how have you kind of found your voice in a lot of ways?
I don't know, just try to be myself, more or less. I think that's the most important thing. I can do myself good, but I'm not a good actor when it comes
Yeah.
being something else that I'm not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't really. I think my whole life, my whole career was kind of like look what other people do, but then mostly figure out that's what's gonna work for you.
Like what fits you the best,
Yes,
kind of
yes.
thing like that. That's the way to do it for sure. Last question I'll go in with. Overall, like, there's a lot of big expectations coming from you, and you seem to be able to live up to them and everything like that. Being kind of almost a big face of WWE, everything to that aspect, like kind of being a big ambassador for the company. Are you looking forward to that potential happening, and how do you kind of feel about that moving forward, or is that something you don't really think about?
Um, it's not on my mind yet too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I like to be in the here and now, if that makes sense, and tomorrow, like we talked about before, the biggest match of my career, and that's where my full focus is, and I try to blur out most of the things around it.
All the other things come eventually, they just take place.
They will, yes.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
So cool. All right. Well, thanks, Gunther. This has been a lot of fun. Appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yep.